Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to express and write equivalent fractions for proper fractions. Express equivalent fractions to its simplest form. Neeta wanted to paint her room. Neeta and her mother are selecting paint at a shop. Let's watch what they're doing.
Mom, can I choose 2 different paints to paint my room?
Yes, dear. You can choose one color for half the room and another color for the other half.
Mom, my room has 4 walls. I want to paint 2 walls pink and 2 walls white. Would it look nice?
Yes, let's find the paint you want.
4 sides of the wall. 2 sides pink and 2 sides white. This means one half of the room would be pink and one half of the room would be white. Now I see 2 over 4 is the same as 1 over 2.
Yes, you're right. We call this equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions are fractions with different denominators and numerators which give the same value.
Mom, can you tell me more about equivalent fractions?
Sure, Neeta. Neeta, let's say we separate the 4 walls of your room into halves. We will then have the upper parts and the lower parts. Do you know the fraction?
Yes, Mom. The walls will then be divided into 8 portions. The upper parts will be white, that will be 4 over 8. It also means 1 over 2.
Can you see that it is 2 over 4 too? So we know that 1 over 2 is the same as 2 over 4 and also the same as 4 over 8. They are equivalent fractions. They are different fractions that represent the same amount.
Thank you, Mom. Now I know about equivalent fractions.
Let's learn more about equivalent fractions. When we multiply the numerator and the denominator to a same number to find an equivalent fraction. 1 over 2. 1 into 2 equals 2. 2 into 2 equals 4. So 1 over 2 equals 2 over 4. 1 over 2. 1 into 4 equals 4. 2 into 4 equals 8. So 1 over 2 equals 4 over 8. We can also divide the numerator and the denominator with the same number to find an equivalent fraction. 2 over 4. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So 2 over 4 equals 1 over 2. 4 over 8. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So 4 over 8 equals 1 over 2. Let's use number lines to find equivalent fractions. From the number line, we know that 1 over 3 has the same value as 2 over 6. 2 over 3 has the same value as 4 over 6. 3 over 3 has the same value as 6 over 6. 1 over 3 has the same value as 3 over 9. 2 over 3 has the same value as 6 over 9. 3 over 3 has the same value as 9 over 9. Express equivalent fractions in its simplest forms. 1 over 2, 2 over 4, 3 over 6, 4 over 8, and 5 over 10 are equivalent fractions. 1 over 2 is the simplest form. A fraction in its simplest form is a fraction with its numerator and denominator not divisible by any number except 1. 1 over 2 is the simplest form. 1 is the numerator, 2 is the denominator, and both are not divisible by any number except 1. 1 over 3, 2 over 6, and 3 over 9 are equivalent fractions. 1 over 3 is the simplest form. 1 is the numerator, 3 is the denominator. Both are not divisible by any number except 1. We can use the division to find the simplest form in fractions. 9 over 12 is the same as 9 divided by 3 over 12 divided by 3. And the answer is 3 over 4. The simplest form for 9 over 12 is 3 over 4. 4 over 8 is the same as 4 divided by 2 over 8 divided by 2. The answer is 2 over 4. But 2 over 4 is not the simplest form. It is divisible by 2. 2 over 4 is the same as 2 divided by 2 over 4 divided by 2. The answer is 1 over 2. The simplest form for 4 over 8 is 1 over 2. We can divide more than once to find the simplest form of fractions. In this lesson, we have learnt to express and write equivalent fractions for proper fractions. Equivalent fractions are two fractions of different numerator and denominator but with the same value. Equivalent fractions are different fractions that represent the same amount. We can multiply the numerator and denominator to a same number to find an equivalent fraction. We can also divide the numerator and denominator with the same number to find an equivalent fraction. 1 into 2 over 2 into 2 equals 2 over 4. 2 divided by 2 over 4 divided by 2 equals 1 over 2. Express equivalent fractions to its simplest form. A fraction in its simplest form is a fraction with its numerator and denominator not divisible by any number except 1. We can use division to find the simplest form in the fractions. We can divide more than once to find the simplest form in fractions. 9 divided by 3 over 12 divided by 3 equals 3 over 4.